this is the last Roundup Horror Show. I am Frank, and with me we got all the boys in the house. So we got Ray McGuff in the house. We got
Yo.
we got John Walmsley in the house. We got Jason Miller in the house.
Here.
And
Are you here?
we have
Shit.
John Paul Mantilla in the house.
Oh, you said it right this time.
I know how to say your name. It's just fun to say it different kind of ways. You know what I'm
I
saying?
mean, I was just rewatching a fun one from a couple of years ago that
The
you messed
Santa
it up.
Jaws where I said Mantilla and
Mantilla, that's right.
you made me feel
Like
like a little
tortilla.
kid about it.
Mantilla. Gotta put that zhuzh on it. That
Yeah.
That's right.
Mantilla.
Mantilla.
It's Jean Paul Mantilla.
Or
Yeah, there it is.
mantequilla.
He goes from kindly movie reviewer to drug lord.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, in my country, I give you reviews. Yes. Yes.
So
You know, in my country.
oh, so what we did this time, it's Christmas time, so we did Secret Santas, and
And none of us are wearing festive clothes.
I don't own a single fucking. No, actually, I do. Somebody bought me a Mike Tyson Christmas sweater. I don't know where it's at right now, but it is in my possession somewhere.
I'm just wearing my workout clothes.
Me too.
Putting it down.
Yeah, I was doing a couple reps really. But we all got different movies this time, and we'll start out with John Walmsley, who received Silent Night from 2012 from John Paul. And summary for that film is the police force of a remote Midwestern town search for a killer Santa Claus who is picking off citizens on Christmas Eve. Directed by Stephen C. Miller, who he had a lot of stuff, a lot of credentials, but the only thing I recognized was Automaton Transfusion, which is one of those Dimension Extreme films, written by Jason Rothwell. I didn't recognize anything on his credits, but John, what did you think?
All right, so this came out in what 2012, I believe you said.
Oh yeah.
All right, I remember magazines were still big and stuff, so I was reading my Rue Morgues and seeing articles and posters for it, things like that. It got real amped. The Santa Claus was a really, really, really cool. It gave me Slaughter High vibes, which I loved, because that mask is like just I don't know. It wasn't, a jester, obviously, but it was like that plastic cutout and the eyes. And it just gave me those really good 80s slasher vibes. I like Jamie King. She's a really good actress. Malcolm McDowell, he was funny. He's just there. He's doing Malcolm McDowell shit, and he's like trying to sound like this hard-nosed cop. It's so funny. Like when he said, what was it? I'm on his tail. No one is safe. Like he was a terrible cop, and he was the boss. He was the chief. Really good kills. There's a wood chipper kill, which those are great when you can get them. This Santa Claus was vicious. He was like over 6 feet tall. They kept saying he was like size 13 boots because he was leaving boot tracks. He didn't give a shit. Has anyone seen this? Has anyone else seen this?
I just watched it the other night. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you posted about that.
Yeah.
And I gave you this because you guys always bag on remakes, and this is one of the best remakes.
So fun story. Like, while I appreciate and respect the original, I'm not a fan of it per se. It was like it had kills and stuff. It's a good slasher. Don't get me wrong.
Boo this man!
Get him out of here! It just didn't do it for me. I don't know.
I'm kind of loosey goosey a little bit with letting my kids watch.
I just don't like the. I don't like the calls he makes. That voice.
Oh yeah, that's
all those sounds.
What are you talking about?
I can't stand that.
But I had this sitting on next to my DVD player, and I do let my kids watch certain different horror movies depending on if I've seen it before. I almost let my daughter wanted to watch this. I almost let her watch it, and then I remembered, oh no, it like kicks off right away with like a rape, right? Isn't there like a fucking rape at the beginning of it? Right? Am I wrong?
Is that
Yeah.
it? I've only seen it like once.
Like,
Are you
does it?
talking about the original?
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't that with like the it's the sexy scene?
It's a
No,
sexy
it's
scene. It's not a rape.
But it's not a rape,
Yeah.
I don't think
Really?
it's rape.
right?
Oh, what am I
his dad
confusing
is
that
It's
with?
Santa.
consensual.
There's a
Yeah.
car that gets pulled over and a Santa Claus rapes a woman. What movie is that?
Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The original.
Oh, I thought you were
one.
talking about Black Christmas.
No. I was talking. I had this.
All these Christmas
original.
movies.
Yeah.
They do blend together
Okay.
sometimes.
Fuck,
But yeah.
I don't even know what movie John was talking about originally.
All right, John. So go.
The remake of Silent
Now
Night.
I feel like I yelled at him for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go, John. Finish
I'll
your
just
take.
shut up.
I
Yeah.
took
It's
it on a
the,
tangent.
it's the Silent Night, Deadly Night remake from 2012. That's what we're talking about. That's what
Okay.
John thought. Yeah.
I thought he was
We
reviewing.
can
Black
talk about
Christmas.
Black Christmas if we want to. I like that one.
That's a
Good.
great movie.
It's a fucking
Yeah, that
classic,
one's good.
man.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, the wood chipper scene was great. What did I put a note that porn star's green screen fall? Oh yeah. I said it was insanely bad. Now she landed in the garbage and she jumped out the window, but in between it was green screen and it was bad.
Yeah.
Noticeably bad. You know, it's like
Yeah, it definitely looked like she was falling, like holding on to something, like,
right.
like doing this.
Whatever.
Ah!
They
You
just
know.
made her smaller and smaller and smaller.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
she
and
had great,
nothing else
great
changed except her.
boobs, and I didn't care about anything else in that.
That
scene,
is true.
so.
That is true. The I like it was a bit of a they included a nod to part 2 with this is what is this, Garbage Day?
Garbage
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. Like a part 2 is funny as hell because that dude just went for it all. He went for the gold, the platinum, the diamond. He went for all of it in that movie. The one scene I found really funny, it's a pursuit. Santa he's got that double-edged fire axe, which is badass. This Santa was just way better than the
It's
original.
like Super Shredder from
Yeah.
what I saw.
Pretty much.
Dude's
Pretty much.
jacked
Like,
up.
I like this Santa way better than mild-mannered Blondie, whatever his name was. I don't remember. Oh man, that little girl at the beginning. Oh, she sucked. I liked watching her die. Talk to her mom. Like, come on, bitch, get your purse. We're going to the fucking mall. I was like, yeah, dude, that one. No one is spared. That was sweet. Really good effects. I like the ending when they just kind of summed everything up real quick. And so spoiler alert, it's like through the whole movie you're like, who the fuck is this Santa Claus? Who's this 6-foot giant? Right? And then at the end they show Santa mask burning for a really long time. I feel like that scene lasted for like a good 2 minutes of just zooming out.
Yeah.
And while it should have had like fucking credits rolling or something like that alongside, like that would have been sweet. And then they cut to who Santa was, and it was just this whole thing. The flamethrower.
Yeah.
That was rad. And just
It's
like
funny.
there's one thing in particular, I got this thing with eyes and masks. Like when I was a kid, Slaughter High freaked me out. Like the mask and just the way the shadows and stuff, and sometimes the eyes look really weird in it. When they're at the police station and the power goes out and it's red and green security lights, the dark rings in the mask, along with the blackout on his eye, it just they really just amplified. That was a little creepy. It was like, ooh. That's a little creepy. I did like this movie more now than I did back then. Not that I disliked it. Oh, we keep losing Jason.
What's wrong with me?
You keep
You're
blinking
fine.
in and out. Your feed keeps blinking in and out. Down
I'm
there.
switching. I'm switching cameras.
Ah, okay.